Buzzoff was a character I had a tough time drawing. This one will be shown into parts. He and Adam were my favorite characters in the 200X series. Like the 200X universe, he is one of the lords of the Undreamed people. In my series, they are more based off bees rather than wasps like in 200X. I was originally just going to do a recolor of the 200X design, but realized he popped out too much when it comes to my art style. X used a lot of harsh browns and golds when it came to the hero's color palette, something that does not translate well over to my style. I use much brighter colors and softer shapes when it comes to how I draw. And the 200X Buzzoff was much too angular for my own. As you see, I used Sweet Bee as a reference for parts of this design. He is much more fluffier in my version. His eyes are also much brighter. Eternian people as a whole have very vivid eyes that glow in the dark. This is so they can find one another in the darkness. He is still similar to his 200X counterpart, just not as buff. I want to say he was de-aged a bit, but his age was never revealed in the 200X series. He was clearly older than Adam. He still is. I wanted to give him a skirt, but I could not figure out how to make it work with his legs. So he just has a belt. They can still have intimate relationships with their people and people outside their race, but I will not go into detail here. His people are not truly allied with the city of Eternos just yet. The closest thing Rander could give them was to sign a treaty, letting one of his daughters be betrothed at birth to one of the Queen's lords in training. He was 5 years old when the treaty was signed between the two kingdoms. He did not have much say. Neither did Adam, given how she was still a baby. There is a 5-year age gap between the two. They are one of the fastest flyers. Their wings are very thin and aerodynamic, allowing for very swift and quick movements, but very fragile. Part 2 of my Buzzoff design. As stated before, Buzzoff is one of the lords of the Undreamed people. He was betrothed to Adam when she was born at the age of 5. He is very stubborn and prideful. He feels he has got something to prove. He is at that age where he is old enough to expect to be taken seriously, young enough to feel like he has something to prove. He does not get along with King Stratos, the ruler of Avian, and tends to butt heads with Ram Man. In general, he is very sullen and distrustful of others. Adam and Duncan are part of few that he trusts. His people produce a very powerful substance called ambrosia. There are different types of ambrosia, but the most common makes people stronger for a temporary amount of time. The catch of ambrosia, though, is that outside of the Andrinids and the Arachna people, it is very poisonous. His real name is TZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZZz. It is nearly impossible to say, but it's not going to stop Adam from trying. His axe was a gift from his queen and is one of his most prized possessions. Buzzoff is one of the quickest flyers out of the defenders and his people. He is also quite agile. He is a skilled warrior physically, both in land and air. He also has a set of visors that give him the ability to see a larger than normal radius. His axe also fires yellow energy beams that can temporarily stun people and possibly blind them with how bright the energy is. He lives up in the Mystic Mountains along with the Avionians, giants, the people of Darkmoor and Grimus, and believed to be the location of Zodic. The Sea of Eternity also lies deep in the heart of the mountains, which gives the water to the vine jungle and everfree forest. His home is believed to be other oldest part of Eternia and possibly the universe. It is beloved that the magic is most potent there because of how the nature is.